What's up, everybody? Dusty Fatty Williams back in the news again, trying to lie to get Donald Trump thrown in jail along with her. It's amazing how far the left will go to try to bring the right down. Prime example, the left had one of the greatest people killed in the Republican Party, Charlie Kirk. Now they could say, oh, it's not that. No, it is that. Okay, Charlie Kirk spoke against the Democrat Party numbers of times, exposed their dirtiness, their hypocrisy, the crooked ways, the shady underdealings, the dirty hand tricks they use. They had Charlie Kirk silenced because he's exposing them. Multiple times he had wronged them out of the shadow of what they did. And multiple times they did not like that. But now, Fannie Williams, or I call her lying bitch, more properly, is now trying to lie to get Donald Trump thrown in jail to save her own ass. So let's get into it. This has happened 7 minutes ago, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let's get into it and let's laugh at how bad the Democrats are falling, shall we?
That was cute.
You're fired.
But I didn't give him money out in a contract.
You're fired.
What happened? No, we're going to answer it since you said it.
You're fired.
He worked more hours than he was paid. And
you're fired.
The county paid him for the work that he did.
Had to be done. Life continues.
So don't be cute with me and then think that you're not going to get an answer.
I can be extremely discontinuous, so I won't talk to you.
You never had a team and lose so bad. You're all fired. All four are fired. It's great. The court just ruled that she is a disaster. She's a disaster with a boyfriend. The boyfriend that she paid $1 billion for his expertise, but he never did it before. Now she should be prosecuted. What she did to people, forget about me. What Fannie Willis did to innocent people, patriots that love our country, what she did to them by indicting them and destroying them, she should be put in jail. She's a criminal. Fannie Willis is a criminal, guys.
Boy. So, we gotta talk about Fannie Pat Willis, okay? Who just faced another humiliating defeat in court as she tries to keep the racketeering and election interference case against President Trump and his political allies alive, right? They're trying to keep this case alive, its own life support, but it seems as if the Georgia Supreme Court has pulled the plug on this case because they declined to hear her appeal of that disqualification in a 4-3 decision, meaning that the Court of Appeals decision stands. Basically, what it means is that Fannie Willis is now disqualified, like officially, and a new prosecutor must be appointed by the Prosecuting Attorney's Council of Georgia. So the case in and of itself is not dismissed. The proceedings can continue under new prosecutorial leadership, but as long as President Trump is in office, they're not really going to be able to go after him, right? Like, this is not going to ever really lead to anything. Now, when it comes to his political allies, it might be a little bit different, but even then, a new prosecutor could decide to drop the case that, hey, this is not worth pursuing, right? That this is just too much of a clown show in order to continue to pursue. That's likely what's going to happen. But when it comes to Fannie Willis, she has been officially disqualified. There's nothing that she can do in order to overturn that or to stay on the case. She's done. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this clip.
We are following some breaking news just coming in this morning. The state Supreme Court has just issued its decision in the 2020 election interference case. They have just ruled that Fannie Willis will remain disqualified from prosecuting the case. That disqualification stands. Let's get out to Ariana Manise live at the state Supreme Court this morning. So Ariana, this just coming in. What are we hearing? What are you learning this morning?
Well, yeah, that's right. Within the last 10 minutes, we just learned that the Georgia Court of Appeals has denied that they will hear DA Fannie Willis's request to argue that she wants to stay on this case. They are denying that petition, meaning the lower court's ruling, the lower court of appeals ruling to disqualify from this case will remain in place, meaning her office can no longer move forward with prosecuting this case. Now, this fall comes from the August 2023 indictment indicting President Trump and 18 other defendants who were accused of attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Now, DA Fani Willis was first removed from this case in December, and that is after President Trump and other defendants, they wanted her removed from this case after a judge said her romantic relationship with the former special prosecutor Nathan Wade created an appearance of impropriety. Defense attorneys for Trump and other defendants pushed for her removal after that relationship came to light. Now, Willis, she appealed that decision in January. Once again, we just learned the Georgia Court of Appeals denying that petition to hear that appeal, and today is longer move forward.
Come on now, Fanny. Stop trying to lie on Trump. We got all the receipts of you lying. Your taxes, your home, everybody, all that. All your lying. Stop lying. Own up to the truth. You spent all this time trying to bust Trump's ass, and here it is. We got you bent over a table, and we're ready to ram it up your ass. And now you want to run. You run that mouth. Bitch, please, you're running that mouth non-stop. Where's all that bottle now at, huh? Now you running scared. Now you doing this, doing that, lying. You was so focused on trying to fry Donald Trump's ass, you couldn't keep your own fucking back door shut. And we walked right up in that bitch. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call you. Because when you do go to prison, I bet you somebody's gonna be waiting for you. And everything because you basically lied after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. Stop it. This is what y'all voted for. Y'all wanted Democrats to run it. Y'all are so fucked up in the head, you thought Republicans are the bad guys. And really, the Democrats are. Prime example, you talk against them, they'll get you killed. Martin Luther King, for a prime example. Democrats didn't like how he's talking. They had him killed. John F. Kennedy, they didn't like the idea of him doing. Had him killed. Now, they killed Charlie Kirk. I know there's a lot of dumbasses out there, especially where my job works at, that vote for Democrats still. Because why? Because they're dumb. As simple as that. You cannot fix stupidity, but you damn sure can make sure you can't breathe no more. You can't fix stupidity, but you can stop it from breathing. Well, otherwise not try that. Unless you want to face life in prison for killing stupid people. Anyway, back to the video again, and maybe more of these videos here. I'm doing separate videos in one take, and those videos on this post that I'm doing separately and all will drop 10 o'clock tonight. Okay? All 3 videos will drop 10 o'clock tonight in this one video chat I'm doing. Enjoy.
With this decision. Now, legal experts have also questioned whether this case will move forward, especially now that President Trump is in office. This case hits another legal roadblock, Jonathan.
All right, our Ariana Minis live there. A lot of information coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically done, right? I mean, at least the case against Trump is done, right? Like, it's done. But what I find to be the most hilarious part about all this is that there's no sympathy for Fani Willis, even from the black liberals, right? People who support Fani Willis. They're disappointed in Fannie Pack, right? They are basically saying, well, this is what you get for keeping your legs open, right? Failing to close your legs, okay? Apparently, the soul hole and some vitamin D was more important to Fani Willis than her career, right? Than, throwing the president in jail, which again, that was her job. That is what the Democrat Party tasked her with doing, and she completely and totally failed. So I want to react to Roland Martin, right? Roland Martin's reacting to this because, as you can see, again, clearly they're not happy about what happened to Fani Willis, but they're basically saying it's Fannie's fault, which is 100% true.
Court has declined to hear Fulton County DA Fani Willis's appeal regarding her removal from the state's election interference case against Donald Trump. The Georgia Court of Appeals ruled that Willis in her office must be removed due to her romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, whom she appointed to lead the case. Of course, Trump praised the ruling as a great decision, reiterating that Willis's prosecution of him and others for attempting to overturn Georgia's 2020 election result is a rigged case from the start. Well, not true.
Well, I mean, that is true. It was rigged from the start. But what really blows my mind about Fannie Pack is that while appealing, she was still running around with Nathan Wade, right? There was still video of her running around with Nathan Wade after she claimed that the relationship had ended, right? I mean, this is what she said in court, right, under oath, that, you know, hey, the relationship didn't start until after they started working on the Trump case. And then she claimed that the relationship was over, but clearly it's not. I mean, this guy showed up with her when her daughter got pulled over, okay? Nathan Wade showed up like a stepdad, right? And apparently they've been going on vacations. I mean, he's still been, you know, running around clapping them cheeks. So, you know, it's just fascinating to me because I think what happened was that after Trump won, right, the election, okay, I think she just didn't care at that point, right? Because at the very least, optically speaking, if you actually cared about the case, then you wouldn't be running around with Nathan Wade. But the fact that she's still running around with him, still getting that fanny pack, right, by Nathan Wade, by Hot Dog Wade, right? It really shows you how much she really didn't care, right? She didn't really care about the case in and of itself. What she cared about was throwing the president in jail, right? And I think that's part of the reason why she decided that the vitamin D was worth more than her career, worth more than the case in and of itself, because, you know, I don't think that Trump did anything wrong. I think that, again, this was about just throwing him in jail. It was about helping Democrats win, and that was her task. And had she been successful, she would have been a superstar, right? She would have been a superstar within the Democrat Party, right? It would have went along with the whole narrative about, oh, black women got to step up and save the country from the evil white orange man, right? That is what the narrative would have been, right? That black women saved America, right? That's what she was going for. So it's just very, 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 you know, interesting to think about where we're at 2 years ago versus where we're at today. Okay, it really is.
Willis expressed her disagreement with the decision, but stated that she would transfer the case files and evidence to the Prosecuting Attorney's Council of Georgia so that a replacement prosecutor can be appointed. Even if this takes place, it seems unlikely that Trump himself could face prosecution now that he is sitting in the Oval Office. However, 14 other defendants remain charged in the case, including former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. You know what? You know, and I've said from day one, Larry, and I've had people hit me and upset. And I said, I'm sorry. This is Fani Willis screwed this up. Okay?
Yeah,
bottom line is,
literally, she screwed this up, right? Yeah, I think it's a great way to describe it. She screwed this up big time. Yes, that's a great way to describe it, Rose.
she should have known. Listen, when you have a case like this, everybody is going to be paying attention. All eyes are going to be on it. And you go to your team and you say, hey, if y'all have anything in your closet, any problems, anything, let me know right now. So you're not going to be on this case. Well, she sits here and is involved with Nathan Wade, and so she screwed this up. This is on her, and so this is not about. And I heard some people, they've been trying to say, well, you know what? I think you're just being a little too hard. No, you have to know you can't screw up, and this was a major screw up. And as a result of this, it delayed. This case could have been prosecuted before the election were it not for this screw up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's using the word screw on purpose, right? I think we all know what he's getting at here. But hey, you know, it's hard to disagree, right? I mean, she screwed us up. I mean, if she had kept her legs closed, like literally, if she had kept her legs closed, they probably would have prosecuted the case before the election. Again, I don't know what the outcome would have been, but had they actually found the president guilty and thrown him in jail, she would have been a hero for the Democrat Party, right? I mean, she would have been at deity level, okay? So, you know, I'm just saying that there are a lot of people that are pissed off by the fact that she failed to deliver the goods, right? They're very upset about it. And you're saying that she's not getting any sympathy, even from these black liberals, these black Democrat Party activists, who typically always get a benefit of the doubt to black people, especially black women. But Fani Willis screwed up so badly that even the Democrat propagandists are like, you know what? She might be a black woman, but she screwed this one up big time, right? Usually, you can't criticize a black woman. In this case, the fact that they're criticizing a Democratic and liberal black woman, it tells you how bad she messed up.
Yeah, Roland, you hit it right on the nose. You have to cross your T's and dot all your I's when you're getting in bed with vipers. And if you don't, then and you have skeletons in your closet, they will get exposed.
Oh, man.
And this is because the problem is the Roland, hasn't really become about what really is in terms of trying to steal as many votes as possible, overturn the election. It becomes about a relationship and these conspiracy theories about people trying to bring down the current president. And then, as you highlighted, that's just not the case. And listen, I know, she's elected official. You have to do better. We've all worked and talked to politicians and understand that once again, if you're black, that if you have anything that you don't want anyone to know about, and you are prosecuting a high profile figure, that information is going to come out. They're going to try.
It ain't got nothing to do with her being black. It has nothing to do with that because she's black.
Wow, really? Most y'all Democrats trying to use the race card now? That's shocking. Even people who vote for Democrats use the race card. I can name 2 people a job that use the race card for every little thing in discussion. But I'm not going to say your names, but you know who y'all are. Put it like that. Anyway, it's surprising they do that. So yeah, there's nothing new there. Nothing new at all right there what they do with the race car. So yeah. Have a nice day, go.